Sorry for starting the video a bit late in the teardown. This is my 2014 Ram 1500 with the 3.6 Pentastar. There's absolutely zero videos on how to remove the transmission out of this thing. So the way I did it, I already obviously started tearing her down. So I had to take the cross member out. Well, first that metal plate, then the cross member, then unbolt this from the transmission, and then take this exhaust part out. That was a bit annoying. Some bolts will snap occasionally. Of course, drive shafts. Then I made it a bit easier. I took off the transfer case. And then, if you come underneath of here, to make it a little bit easier on myself, instead of having to buy some specialty tools, let me get under here. This computer, or not computer, this is the transmission return and send out to the rad. I just unbolted the 3 10mm bolts and popped it out there, you can see. And I'm just going to leave this hanging here and swap it onto the new one. Otherwise, you have to get some specialty tools for up here. So for the transfer case, it's a little bit annoying. Of course, cross member out. Make sure you have a jack holding it up. Lower it down a little bit to get to the top bolts. There should be one here. Well, one top bolt will be here, one there. Typical. And the exhaust, you have to move that in order to lower that down. Now, when you come up to the front here, in order to get to the torque converter bolts, you have to pull the starter right up in there. But in order to get close to that, the starter has a bolt here, a bolt just up there hidden, and there's also this bracket that's hidden just up there. That has 3 bolts that are kind of a mount situation for the front differential there. And then it is 6 bolts on the torque converter for the 3.6. The Hemis are similar. I don't exactly know the torque pattern or the torque converter bolts there, but you can access them in here. And then, of course, Bell housing bolts. But if you go to the other side here, if I can get over here, there is a, pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, it's the speedometer. Where is it here? This. Typically, it'll have a little tab here that you should just be able to flick up. Mine happened to, I am not good at YouTube, that's for sure. God damn. 1 second. Oh. So mine broke off. So I'm just going to end up grabbing that with a pair of pliers. I ain't got the grip strength to turn that by hand. But yeah, once you pop that off, then it's just bell housing bolts and of course all the zip ties. And this has taken me about an afternoon and then been in the morning of today. It's not the worst job, but still, if you don't know what you're doing and you're going in blind, because this is the only video I think I'm going to be able to find, it's a bit more difficult. But otherwise, it's a fairly easy job. Let me crawl back over here and I'll give you a look at the new transmission. So here's the new one, well, new used. So there's 2 bolts here, here, and there. Series of 3. You can turn the motor over, have your buddy do it with the harmonic balancer on the front with a socket. I use an 1 1/16 size socket. But like I was saying, this, I just unbolted it off the other one. 3 10mm bolts is fairly easy, and it just clicks right off. And it's just a little seal here. They swap in and out. They pop out of here. Just little bungs. And then this is for the shifter. I wanted to make things easier instead of having to pull the clip, and I'm never good with those. I just unbolted it. Then I can just bolt the bracket back onto here. This is what she looks like. I just didn't want to screw around the clips because, well, I'm lazy. So that's pretty much that. There's a little PCV valve or whatever the heck it's called on the top of the transmission. That's, yet again, that'll pop off when you go to slide the transmission down. That's not that big of a worry. But yeah. And of course, you got to drain the fluid at the start.